So you believe that this warning letter was sent by the Phantom Weasel?
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double. Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in for a headache, but however this turns out in the end, the one thing it won't be is boring.
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here. Perfect timing. So, the Phantom Weasel's latest warning letter. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is the first time we're hearing of this one. Could you clue us in?
Huh? Oh, sorry. Yes, this case is from a decade ago. I guess you wouldn't know about it. Well, not to worry. You're in good hands because I'm a professional. The story goes like this. 10 or so years ago, a phantom thief became active in the court of Fontaine. Known only as the Weasel, nobody knew his true identity, and the authorities never managed to catch him.
Wow, cool! He sounds like...
Precisely. Well, except the part where they actually have a good reputation. Our Weasel targeted whatever people held dear, and no one was safe from his prediction. He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday. I know. The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich to pay the poor, but this guy did not discriminate.
Yeesh. So, did they catch him?
Not exactly. There's a good chance that the Weasel would still be at large to this day if it hadn't been for an accident 10 years ago. A magician named Caesar fell to his death in a botched high-altitude escape performance. When the police went through his personal effects, they found a hoard of stolen loot and gadgets used for criminal activities. And that was how the Phantom Weasel's identity was revealed to all. Sure enough, thefts in Fontaine went down after Caesar's death. But today, 10 years on, the notorious thief has once again issued one of his warning letters and pasted it on the gate of the Opera Epiclese for all to I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here.
So, this is the warning letter, huh? Well, 3 days from now, when evening falls, I shall take from you that which you hold most dear at the Opera House, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
This is, without a doubt, a clear declaration of criminal intent. After years of laying low, the Phantom Weasel is back with a vengeance. What once seemed like an open and shut case has been blown wide open again. But why has he reemerged now? And what does he want? I sense an epic scoop. And
Uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value, does that mean even we might be targeted? Really? Oh, let him try! In fact, Paimion's gonna eat all her snacks right now! Let's see what he can do about that!
okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter, my interview notes. Yep, that should be enough to form the skeleton of my article. It does feel like something is missing, though. Something exclusive. Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the Weasel. Is that who I think it is?
Leney!
Magic, magician, Caesar! The Phantom Weasel! That's it! Let's go interview Leney! You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too! And what do Phantom Thieves and magicians have in common?
Are you serious? What sort of a deduction is that?
Oh, relax! My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning.
There's no point worrying about the future. Que sera, sera.
Wow, Mr. Magician! How did you know which card I picked?
Oh, it's simple. Come closer and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called telepathy.
Really? Then, what am...
Well, first you need to relax, because I can see that you're clenching your fist in your mind.
Aww.
And And now you're getting a little flustered. You're trying to find a way to empty your mind. You snuck out from home today, didn't you?
You can tell? Oh boy, you really can read my mind.
Of course. Oh, and that's the end of my performance.
All right, got it. Bye, Mr. Magician.
Hey, Lyney?
Why, hello. We meet again.
Well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you?
I'm sure that child would beg to differ.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made an educated guess based on his micro-expression. That, plus the fact that he was the only kid here without his... You guys, on the other hand... Let me guess. Don't tell me you're here for the Phantom Weasel, are you?
Wow, got it in one! Is this more of your trickery at work?
Wait, really? No trickery this time. It was pure luck. His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around about that.
Bingo! I plan on writing a column reporting on the latest news about the Phantom Weasel. So, Leney, what are your thoughts on this infamous...
To be honest, it makes me angry.
Angry? What?
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time.
What are the chances? Wait a minute, you don't think he's after you, do you?
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct challenge to me personally. And if he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache for him. The mere mention of the Weasel's name is enough to scare people off. So what? But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I'm not about...
Really? So what you're saying is, we might get to see a live duel between a famous magician and an infamous thief?
To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll emerge the victor.
You're being far too modest, Leney.
Thanks for the compliment, though I have to say, I don't care much for the comparison. A lot of people liken magicians to thieves because we both have the ability to make things disappear with... Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower, just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
It's gone!
That's the question. Where did it go? Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your clothes, there might be a surprise in there somewhere.
A surprise? Let me see! It's right there! But
What an outstanding trick! Sorry, Leney, it seems that my previous praise was woefully inadequate.
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate magicians with criminality.
I can imagine. Coming back to your trick just now, might I presume that you are well versed in floral symbolism? For example, magicians often use rainbow roses in their flower-related performances to represent passion and romantic encounters. But you used a Lumidu spell, which...
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. But it sounds like something I should look into, though.
Well noted. In that case, this brings us to the end of our interview. Please feel free to get in touch to update me on any further developments. If there's nothing else, I'll be off. You've given me lots to work with here, and I've got no time to lose if I want to write...
So, Leney, are you gonna tell us how you did that flower trick now?
I'm afraid that's my little secret.
Aww. Well, magicians are entitled to their secret. You feel it too, right? So itchy!
Not so itchy then, huh? Well, since you're so concerned, how would you like to serve as my temporary magician's assistants?
Magician's assistants? Oh, that sounds fun! Assistants are technically magicians too! Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done! Shall we go for it?
Excellent. Thank you for The first thing we need to look into is who Caesar really was. But if he wasn't the Weasel? And if we're investigating Caesar, we should make a move. Let's go and rendezvous with Lynette.
follow the wind.
Gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
Time to go.
Sorry, I bumped into the traveler.
It's been a while, Lyney. We're working as Lenny's temporary assistants in the investigation of the Phantom Weasel.
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad intel. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Traveler, Paimon, let's go ask around. Excuse me, good sir. Do you by any chance know a
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiance? Sure I do. What's this about?
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why either. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. I asked her what she was doing once. She said she knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but
And she's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away?
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed. So I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Anyway, all of that said, she's running later than usual today. Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us. We'll keep asking around.
You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move on one day.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding. Wait, isn't he dead?
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. But what if, just hypothetically, I mean, what if this weasel's the real deal?
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago on the day it all went down?
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the police announced the news?
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Hello there. Sorry for we're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it.
You've come to the right people. Yep, I was there. Back when Caesar used to perform magic tricks on the street. He was a great magician. I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once. But for the life of me, I still don't have the faintest clue how he pulled it off.
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids who came to watch his show. And sometimes he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list appear in his next show.
He doesn't.
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it. As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from any—
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once. I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some solace after all the— No, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma. Wait. It looks like she's injured. Come on, let's see if she's okay.
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid. It looks like you're injured. How bad is it?
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
My name is Lyney, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that Caesar was falsely accused. You knew Caesar better than anyone else. So if you're willing, we'd love to hear what you think about all this. I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years, do you remember anything strange in the weeks leading up to the accident?
No, not that I know of.
Got it. All right, sorry for disturbing you.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to...
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Over here.
Lynette's not joining us?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. Today, we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo. When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful owners. Before long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town. I had to pull a lot of strings, but I managed to get him to agree to a couple of drinks with me.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you.
My apologies. These 2 are my assistants.
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians.
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address is also related to magic. Yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the Opera House. I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned.
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the Weasel and he's been dead for 10 years, so what if—
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Leney. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you. The Weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do yourself a favor and quit this investigation.
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet, and I must meet their challenge head on.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy, just—
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway?
Uh-oh. This is getting...
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that big, booming voice anywhere. What's up, my man? Wanna grab a drink with me?
Another day,
Oh, come on. You can't be all business all the...
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey! Edmondo. He and I are business pals. This is your first time meeting him? Oh, he's always like this. And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30?
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again.
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Leney, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces and...
Totally. And what was all that about compensating you for your losses? He's gotta be hiding something.
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely. That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just left. Let's see if we can catch up with him. You okay there?
Who are... Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one too many. I just need to ride it out. I said way too much back there, didn't I? Yeah, I nearly talked myself into complete financial ruin.
So he was serious about threatening to cut you off?
Hey! Just keep your voice down. Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs.
What kind of bad things?
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this conversation short. And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. That's not a good sign. You're too young for this.
And there he goes.
Shh. I think we're being watched. Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards. You followed us a long way. What?
So you're Lyney. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today? Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us. Let's not drag this out.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister! Who sent you, huh?
Save your questions, missy. You ain't gonna need answers where you're going. Capiche?
Looks like we can't avoid this fight. Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
Don't worry, we got this!
Wind Strider! Wind Strider!
curses. They're tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady.
Come on, let's scram!
Hey, wise guys! We ain't through with you yet! Oh, they got away! Did you catch what they said? Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. And they've already done it to someone else, but you're right. She was injured when we saw her yesterday, and maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth because...
Well, if that's the case, she should be more willing to open up to us once she learns. Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get an...
Gemma?
You again. What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and we gave them a taste of their own medicine, so you can relax now. We're here to protect you.
What? Why? I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after you?
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too. It's been 10 long years. And still, every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid. How do I know I can trust you?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet because you see, this is a personal matter.
Okay.
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he... Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Cendre. I also know that the Fleuve Cendre is dangerous territory.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
I mean, bon appetit.
Okay. All right. Powers.
This coffee smells as good as ever.
Time to go.
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes... There we go.
this was Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further. What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Water jet! Shiver! Wind strider! Wind strider!
Whoa. Look, the doll in the box is glowing. There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look. These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
Got it. We're supposed to find the box that lit up at the start, right? There should be another wish list inside. Let's keep trying. That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of mystery. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe, aha! If I just...
A secret passageway!
I'm a magician too, and apparently great minds really do think. Looks pretty big inside.
Water jet!
You're dead meat!
Not bad. Wind Strider.
You can't run!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wind Strider. Water jet.
Punishment!
Clouds high, the birds call. Let's get this show on the road.
Why have you stopped, Lenny?
It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys... If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
All right, see you in a bit.
At one of my shows, as a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine. So I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but I wound up saving very little this month. 2 children came to talk to me after today's show. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. I told them that learning magic is very hard work. It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately, but he won't open up to me about it. Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those 2 children. I have a good feeling about those kids. They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. They wanted to call me Master. With time, I have no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I. Gemma thinks so too. It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission. It's only been 10 days since I first met them, but I think that I've gotten a feel for their personalities now. They're very tough, but also very cautious. They hide things from me too. That's the thing about children. I can sense that their lives have been hard. After thinking things over, I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Oh, Caesar, Caesar. Just mind your own business next time.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Lyney and Lynette, don't you think? So did they meet Caesar when they were kids? Let's go ask Lyney!
Time to go.
Hold that thought. As I expected, there's...
Fishy? Uh-oh, what have you...
All in good time. Before we go over our new leads, I want to tell you how a high-altitude escape is performed. First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab. Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd, waits for a good moment to make their appearance and put... Oh no! Is that me? Did I just fall to my death?
Very vivid description. Paimon can...
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, the dummy has vanished. Of course, that's just how I think the process should work, theoretically speaking. The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, Caesar was the one who fell out, and not the dummy. He fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. And no one else has ever attempted this trick since.
So Caesar's famous high-altitude escape has never been done, huh? Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person, but if it's that... Wait a second. So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box, then...
Glad you asked. That brings us to the secret of said box. This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance. Once the magician's inside and the box is lifted up into the air, the audience's view of the box is fixed at a certain angle. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front. At this point, the magician presses a button inside the box, opening a secret door out of view. He then escapes through this trap door onto the opera house roof, waits for the dummy to fall and...
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance. Many days and nights of careful research and painstaking practice would have gone into this. Caesar was a highly accomplished magician.
So, how did it go so wrong?
I can make a pretty good guess. I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side.
Okay. Nothing.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here, because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. But a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention at will. The essence of magic is getting people, and so Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with his audience's expectation. But in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, and when no one was watching, exactly, I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape, but I'm sure he was confident. So he opened the compartment, much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, with the stakes being as high as they were. Just a two.
But in reality, someone switched the boxes. But how would they be able to make the switch without being noticed?
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed. Isn't that right?
You just couldn't let Sleeping Dog. There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some magician who died 10 years ago. But I gave you your chance. I hoped you'd do what's good for you and back off like the lady, but...
You mean Gemma? So you...
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never much of a liability, but which is why you can't leave this
Do your worst!
Wind Strider!
Gloves off! Buckle up! Hi!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wind Strider! Wind Strider!
Bombs away! Water jet!
Lights out.
As one with wind and cloud!
A round of applause. And voila! You're dead meat! Let's get it on! Ha!
Wind Strider!
Judgment!
Water jet!
Clouds high, the birds call!
Shiver! You can't run! Judgment!
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? I think it's high time you started talking.
If I had a mora for every time you've said that man's name. He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the...
So it was jealousy.
Jealousy. He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours like it was just a hobby. But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and it brought me nothing more than the life I already had. He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their mora. And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, I had to kill him.
And this was...
It was reason enough. What other motive?
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play.
In love with Gemma. Don't be...
Guess I was wrong about that then.
I am. Caesar was... so... I never bought into any of that.
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever people valued, no matter how much he was worth.
That's just how it looked from the outside. I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft.
So, that's the story, huh?
What choice do I have? So be it. I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last 10 years.
Very well. In that case, I'll contact the guards. Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo for me. I'll meet you just outside the workshop when I'm back.
At least I can finally stop looking over my shoulder now.
Lyney has told me the whole... Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar and to
Look who's What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny? Should we start...
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first.
Good point! We should go
follow the wind.
Ah, you're back. You were so quick.
You're third? Lynette...
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog up.
That's besides the point.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us.
Gosh, that's amazing. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but
It's okay. We understand. But you don't need to be scared anymore.
Sorry. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me. Thank you all. Truly.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. To think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest, at least his soul can finally rest in peace now.
If only I'd realized.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma.
Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow evening. This show will be a special one.
In Caesar's honor.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Travel.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No, where are we go? Wait, Paimon feels like we're forgetting.
Time to go.
Paimon's excited to see another of Lyney's magic!
Not this time. My brother's going solo today, so I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies. The great magician Lyney has prepared us.
Thank you all so much.
Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it's just...
No wonder. Caesar was a famous magician too, so how did you...
Well, I was out on the street once, and I saw children love magic. And somehow, I felt drawn to him.
Aw, that sounds so romantic.
It was with a flower. He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers, and it magically appeared on my head. I was so happy that day.
Oh, that's so cute.
Is that right? Then I suppose he's a romantic at heart. Just after all, you never know when the...
That's right. It's all over now. Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort you, but...
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now. Phantom Weasel.
See? Even Lynette says... Wait, what? The Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What do you mean, Phantom Weasel?
As Lyney once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role. But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act?
What are you talking about? Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all enjoying the performance so far. There will now be a brief intermission, after which Lyney will perform the most electrifying act of tonight's show. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House.
The Phantom Weasel never did like public play. Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon.
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so this is a big mistake for a magician to make.
Lyney? Don't we have more important things to address right now? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment.
All in good time.
Really? Well then, let's hear it.
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine. But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician.
So then what?
Being the master deceiver she was, the weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. But as she was considering how to make her move, at her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. 2 co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers, but I just have one question.
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me, even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his demise?
Wait, so you mean... But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out even at the end and...
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Lyney, if you're so having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the Weasel remained free, then she could take care of Lorenzo's loved ones.
An excellent answer, though sadly a little dull.
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you. If you'd care to change the topic to something more interesting, I'd be much obliged.
As a matter of fact, there's one thing I'd really like to understand. Why would the real weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people?
Of course. After all, we're just telling stories here, aren't we? If I had to guess, I would say that the real weasel must have had a terrible childhood. Left to fend for herself after her parents died, she'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on. This was her only source of happiness in life. Once again, she was betrayed. And this time, everything was taken from her. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. I detest the happiness of others. I will rob them of everything they hold.
That's some...
Does this story satisfy you, Lyney?
Yes, it is quite to my taste.
Huh. That's right! Because without that, none of this would have ever come to light!
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel would be consigned to the history books by now. Lyney. Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now?
Very sharp, Well, no need for me to be coy about it. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the weasel to show themselves.
That's it? You had no other agenda?
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear.
10 years ago? You mean... Wait... Oh, I get it. You were those 2 obnoxious kids. He taught you magic back then, didn't he?
We remember all our debts. How 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds and his legacy was thrown out. But we did not forget. And so...
And? What exactly did you take from me?
Free? Do you really think so? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies and falsehoods, I think that applies to you too. Life took many things from you, and those wounds...
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Back to Lorenzo for a second. He knew who you were and the things you'd done. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. But that truth is gone now. And I guarantee...
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing... I'm sure you're all wondering what he has planned for the grand finale.
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar, but we have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused, and that the real Weasel has now confessed to their crime.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Traveler, Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you alone...
Lenny, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So,
Like Lyney said, when you're ready, let's head outside and watch the show.
But what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough.
All right. Well, let's go and watch Lenny's finale then.
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Lyney is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next, he turned into flowers.
How could he possibly have done that?
How mysterious. I didn't blink once. He just vanished.
What a heart-stopping magic show! This was Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Lyney has fulfilled a wish on his behalf.
Whew. Looks like everyone really loved Lenny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Lenny anywhere. Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. Oh, you mean... Yeah, that's probably it. All right, let's go look for him.
Magic, I was honest. Sometimes, I can't. Did he regret taking Gem?
You know,
After I joined the House of the Hearth, I told you about my past, but I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so far. I needed to learn how to improve my. We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by our.
so that's why you sought Caesar out?
Yes. We figured there was no harm in asking. In all, we only spent 10 short days together. For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, I answered, it's my passion. But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was hesitating over whether to tell him the truth. Trust is a beautiful thing.
Lenny.
Still worried about the way I feel? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the house, after Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. That night, I remembered his smile. To keep secrets is to put up walls. You only realize how much someone really meant to you.
Yeah, cheer up, Lenny. We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey, too. Delicious food, fun toys, and the Traveler by my side. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind of make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. Life has taken plenty from us, that's why the darkness never consumed me. All right, time to lighten this conversation up a little.
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted with the Gemma situation. Lenny, could you do just one more trick for us?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
Aw, come on!
Oh, all right then. I'll give it a go, but only because it's you. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand! We ain't going along with this!
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with me. Okay, try this. Count down with me. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2...
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! But more importantly, Paimon has to know how the trick is done.
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start by addressing me as teacher. Since you asked so nicely.
Is that...
Look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I look forward to...
All right, shall we head back down too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird tomorrow. Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow morning.